Now once you bring this initial hoodie and outline into the program, I'm going to bring two in, one with the wireframe and the basic, so that you can see both. Now, with this, here's your background showing your different sections in regards to this. Now, I have put both programs, both templates, one with the wireframe and one with the basic, into my Corel, so that you can see an updated version in regards to this. Now, once you have this in your alternate program, you have the choice to be able to texture it. And with the texturing, you can either paint the texture onto it, or you can either clone it on. Your choice, by either using your effects or adding just a basic texture into regards to the painting. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to just apply a basic leather texture to this item, and I'm going to keep it the same color that it is right at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my materials, and I'm going to add a bit of texture and just flood fill it, the whole section in regards to it. So I'm going to go and click on my materials palettes, click on my my leather texture, my basic leather texture that I have, and I'm just going to flood fill the whole thing so that it adds a little bit of texture to it. That is going to be very, very quick. So give me 1 second, and you will see this on the video. Now I'm clicking on the material. Now I don't want to choose anything in regards to this. I want to have it mostly all in here, so I want a leather texture, which is in this area. I should have a basic leather texture. Many gravels, furs, lace. Okay, I couldn't find my leather texture. I must have it on my flash drive for right now. So what I used is I'm choosing a canvas coarse, a coarse canvas texture for it right at the present time. So I'm just basically going to flood fill this tool with a coarse canvas so that you have like a canvas jacket. Alright, to add the canvas texture onto it. I could do satin, could do lace, but I don't think the guys would like a lace texture on their jackets. I have many, many textures, and I don't think the guys want to see a satin jacket. So I'm going to use a canvas jacket for right now. I do have leather texture, but a lot of my textures I put on my flash drives so that it doesn't tear down my computer. Because as you are designing, when you are designing, and you are designing as much as I am, and also teaching as much, you want as many resources for everybody to have access to. So you actually get a lot of textures, a lot of tubes, a lot of different pictures, and everything else that you can actually use for your designing. That tend to build up. And the more it builds up and you save it on your computer, the more your computer is going to slow down. So I try and put my textures and my scraps and everything else on flash drives, which save room and make my system work a lot better. Okay, that's one thing you'll have to learn when you are designing. If you decide to make a career of it in here, it will wear your system down. The more you do it. If you decide that you're gonna just download the texture temporarily and then automatically delete it off your system, then if further down the road you're going to use that same texture, you're going to have to try and find it again. It makes it a lot more convenient just to save it onto a flash drive and everything else so that you can access it at any time. Okay. So, let me flood fill this thing into your jacket, and then we're going to do that. Okay, I've added and flood filled the whole jacket in regards to this. Now, it's going to look a little weird and everything else, but we want to put lettering on it because with this jacket, we want KUOT on it. So, with your texturing in regards to it, you want to make sure that your foreground and your background tool are what is going to be in your text. So we don't want the texture on the lettering. So let's change this texture, take the texture off, and we're going to do it a shortcut way. We're going to just click on the texture, and we're just going to put a gradient in there for right now. So give me 1 second, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Now your foreground I have is black, and I have the red outline of your gradient at the bottom. Now, the lettering on this is just basically going to be red and black. So, what you're going to do is you're going to click on your text tool,